What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today we have a drugstore makeup haul. This is all makeup that I've collected over the past week or two. I have stuff from Ulta and Walmart. So anyways, I hope you guys love this video and let's get started. So anyways, I have a makeup haul for you guys today. I went to Walmart and Ulta. Ulta actually didn't have a lot of their new releases out, and I was really disappointed because that's why I went to Ulta's, for their new releases that they had online. They just didn't have displays out yet, even though if I were to go online and check if it was available in store, it says yes. But when I would go in there and they said, oh, it's not available here, I'm like, so what am I doing here? Like, why does it even say it's available when it's not? I just need you guys to pay attention with the displays and get them out in release dates, because that would be great. Okay, so let's dig in. I also used all of these products, most of them, 99% of these products in a first impressions video. So that's probably going to be up after this one. So I'll link it down below once it's up. Okay, let's dig in. Let's start off with this. This is the e.l.f. Matte Oil Control Lotion. It has kaolin, K-A-O-L-I-N clay, and tea tree oil. There's stuff on it. It says it's a lotion, so it's not much of more of a primer. I have used this as a primer, and I just feel like it didn't really keep me from becoming oily. It just mattified my T-zone for a couple hours, so it wasn't more of a permanent thing. I just feel like this is just temporarily. I think this is better to use without makeup on if you're just going out and you want something to keep yourself from becoming oily. I feel like with makeup, this isn't much of like a primer thing unless you put something over this. But it comes, I mean, I don't know if you can see. I mean, it's pretty packaging, and it comes with a fluid ounce, I think. Hold on. Doesn't even say. That's crazy. It doesn't even say. Well, it doesn't say how much is in here, but anyways, it's like a nice amount, and it has a pump. It also smells exactly like tea tree, so I think like this is something to do, and it dries down pretty quickly, so I think this is something to put under your primer instead of over as a primer. So there's that. Next, this is, let me get over my repurchases. I repurchased the ColourPop Brow Boss in dark brown. This is my favorite drugstore brow pencil. I highly recommend this because, I mean, you can really do a precise brow, or you can do just a natural brow, which like I did today. I just kind of filled in my sparse areas and kind of created a detail. That was it. So I definitely recommend this. If you guys are looking for an affordable brow pencil, it's only, I believe, $5. So go check that out. Next, this is the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Foundation. It has SPF of 15. Also has natural coconut in it. This is in the shade Nude Beige. I have one right here in use right now, but I just needed a backup because I can't run out of that, because that's like my favorite foundation right now. So I think it's like in my top 3, so I cannot run out of this. Next, all right, this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Cucumber 3-in-1 primer water. It's supposed to prime, set, and refresh. This comes in 3 different scents. It comes in cucumber, coconut, and rose. I'm not a big fan of rose scents, and I think cucumber smells really fresh, and I'm like, okay, well, if I'm gonna use this to more so of prime and refresh, then I'm gonna want to smell refreshed. So I think this is good. I don't know how I'm using it underneath all this. It kind of refreshed everything after I put the powders on my face, and I definitely do think that it kind of made everything come together and not look so powdery, and kind of look completed and become as one. Alright, I have this number 7 blush in apricot, or it's a powder blusher in Apricot Blossom. Now my gripe, I think I've mentioned this in a video before. When you name a product, with like a blush or bronzer, you want something, or blush or like a lipstick, but let's say it's a better comparison. You want the shade name to kind of match. If you're gonna name it like color, or you want, or something like that. So looking at the blush, the name, you're gonna think apricot, so you're gonna think an orange color, or like a hibiscus color. So you wouldn't think pink, right? But I bought it anyways. I knew what I was getting myself into, but I thought, putting it on, it would sheer out and become this apricot color. Nope, it is pinky pink. Now the formula I do like. It's very pigmented and it's blendable. As you can see, I'm blending it out right now, so it's blendable, so I know that there's coverage. It's gonna make my skin look pretty, but I think you definitely do need to be careful with it. If you're gonna use it, I think you should definitely make sure dust up excess, just so you're not getting hit right in the face with it and you have to blend it out. And not saying it's not blendable, I'm just saying that you're gonna want something to become, you want something nice, and if you like nice and pretty blushes instead of something really pouncy, you want to blend it out a little bit. Next, I have this Makeup Revolution Bake and Blot powder in the shade Translucent. This is what it looks like. It is, I tried it for the first time today. It's on this side. This is a different powder, and you can kind of see the difference. But it looks so good. It looks brightened and it looks creaseless. Oh, I got an itch and it's bothering me. This, I think it's supposed to kind of mimic the KKW brightening powder. I think that's what it is. And I don't know why, but it kind of smells good. I don't know why, but it's so soft and buttery. It's something I am excited to really use because I like it a lot, and I feel like this is going to become my newest favorite under eye setting powder. And because it just looks so good. Looking at my mirror right here, it doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look crepey, it just doesn't look gross. It looks so good, and it looks moisturized under there. It doesn't look dry at all. So far I'm liking this. Next, this is the Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer in the shade 70 So Hot. So buying this, I wanted a red lip product. I want something red. I've been kind of digging into the reds lately, kind of wanting to branch out because I've been stuck in the nudes. Now I have another hot lacquer, Vivid Lacquer, I think. I'm pretty sure I do. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I do, unless it's a different one, but I think I do. No, I do. See, I do. So upon first, let me swatch it like once so you guys can see. It's kind of sheer. It's not very pigmented at all, so I have to build it up, and it's very glossy. I'm not saying I don't like the gloss, because I like the gloss a lot. My thing is how pigmented it is, because I have this one and it's in the shade 64 Unreal, and I have a whole different experience. Look how pigmented it is. So I guess because I've used this one, I expected the same thing out of this one, and I wasn't getting it. Not saying it's not pretty, because I still think it's pretty. I just wish it was as pigmented as this one. That's all I'm saying. The next product I'm going to talk about is the another red that I bought because I can't stay away. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Paints lipstick in the shade, or lip color in the shade DIY Red. This is a different red. The Maybelline one was more of a orange. This is more of a blue toned red. And I really like this red. This red looks really pretty, and I feel like it goes with everything. If you watch my video, I went through like 4 different lip colors until I got the right one, which isn't the one I have on now. I changed my lip color. And I have something else on now, which I will tell you in a minute. But I really like this shade. I feel like it complements everybody, and it's a nice red. Also, I like that it's like an in-between of a matte and a gloss. So it's like a high shine, which I guess matte and a gloss doesn't really make sense, but it's like a high shine lipstick, which I really like, and I cannot wait to keep on wearing that. Next, let's get this out of the way. This is the, I was going to call it the Modern Renaissance. It's not the Modern Renaissance. This is the Makeup Revolution Renaissance Eyeliner. I believe that's what it's called. Liquid eyeliner. A Renaissance Flick liquid eyeliner. I bought this because of, hold on, I got hair in my lip gloss. Yeah. I got this because of Jam Beauty 89 here on YouTube. This is her newfound favorite, and because I've been talking about it so much and it's very affordable, I was like, I have to try it because I've been on the hunt for a good black liner from the drugstore for years, and I just haven't found one that I like. I have it on today. I used it in my first impressions. First off, it's a felt tip, which I like. I prefer felt tips over brushes. I feel like I have more control and it's cleaner and more precise. Oh, it's so black. Actually, I don't know if you can tell. Let me just get a better, there we go. Look how black that is. And it dries matte, so it's not shiny. I don't like shiny. I feel like it just looks weird, especially if you have a matte eye look on, and then you go in with a shiny liquid liner. I just feel like that looks weird. So, oh my goodness, I like it so much. And I feel like it was very easy to get my wing. My Holy Grail eyeliner is actually a pot, and it's the it's up here. Hold on. My favorite Holy Grail eyeliner is the Pretty Vulgar because it stays put and it does not budge, and I love how matte it is. Also, you get like a crap ton of product, but I've had this for a very long time, and I still have a lot. But if this keeps on performing the way it does, and I keep loving it, it's gonna probably top this. So Makeup Revolution's coming for you, Pretty Vulgar. Just saying. Just saying. Next, I have quite a few bronzers. This one I used today, and it's just not my shade. I should have gotten a different shade, but from looking at it in the pan, it looks like a shade that would match. But anyways, I should probably tell you what it is. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer in the shade Sunset Stripped. I'm pretty sure these are just reformulated and repackaged, because I'm pretty sure they had these a long time ago, and it's just, see, I don't know why, but see, you know, it looks, you know, like it would work on my hand, but it just doesn't on my face. It just didn't show up like I wanted it to. I don't know. I want to make it work, so I'm going to keep on trying it, and hopefully I can make it work and like it and fall in love with it. But if not, I'm going to have to go and definitely buy another shade, because it's very blendable. Like, you can see it on my face, it's just not dark enough. So it's very blendable, I felt. I also felt that it was very creamy and pigmented, so it's not but it's something that's buildable as well. It's not gonna hit you and then you have this look and it's not gonna blend out. you have this like streak and it's not gonna blend out. So I just felt like hopefully I can make it work. If not, I'm gonna have to get a different shade and hopefully I'll fall in love with that one. Next, this is the Maybelline City Bronzer and Contour Powder in the shade, what is this shade? It's 300. Okay, so I bought this as I could probably use this as a contour actually. No, I can't, it's way too orange. But I bought this as a bronzer, and right now my skin is way too light. I feel like this is definitely a summer color for me, so I'm gonna have to go back and get the shade 200. But I felt like in the pan it doesn't look like that, you know what I mean? So I felt like I could, you know, use it and get away with it, but I didn't. So as you can see, I'm just having a terrible time with shades right now, so I'm gonna have to like get on a game, because usually I'm really good at picking my shades, but no. So I'm gonna have to go back and get 200 I could probably use for bronzing and sculpting. Next, okay, this mascara. I don't know how I feel like it. I don't know how I feel right now. Right now I feel bleh about it, but if I keep using it, I could probably fall in love with it. This is the Maybelline Snapscara mascara. I love the packaging. I like how sleek it is. Very simple, very pretty. Has like these eyelashes on it. This is in the shade 300 Pitch Black. Now, the Snapscara says it's easy on, easy off mascara. Use it on a snap. Oh, it's on in a snap and it's off in a snap. Smooth, clump free, which I agree with, and it says volume, which I don't agree with right now. This has 3 coats on my eyes. I don't know if you guys can see. This is 3 coats, and I feel like there's very, very minimal volume. And I have very fluffy, voluminous lashes. So using this, I really thought I was gonna get volume, but I don't know, I don't think so. Maybe it is a very wet formula, so I feel like maybe I need to let it dry out a little bit and then go back to it and see if it changes. But as of right now, I don't really like it, but I'm gonna have to keep on playing with it. Next, this is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Everybody's been raving about this. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Anastasia Perfect Canvas, some kind of canvas. I can't remember the name. I was supposed to look it up before I started filming this video. Perfect, or whatever, canvas primer. And it's just supposed to be a dupe. Now, I have it on this side of my face today, and I am absolutely insane about this. I love the consistency. I love the way it dries down. I love how it doesn't just fill in my pores, but it kind of makes them disappear and fade a little bit, which I love. I love that about it. Also, you use very minimal product. You're not using a lot of product at all, which I absolutely adore, because you're definitely going to get your bang for your buck, because this is only $10 and it comes in this big jar, so it's going to take you a while to go through it. So far I really am absolutely obsessed with this primer. I have it in comparison. I tried it out with this Catrice Prime and Fine Smoothing Refiner for invisible pores and lines. I have that on this side of my face, and maybe I should switch it. So I have these, this on this side, this on this side. I feel like I can see a difference, especially where my highlighter's at. You can see a difference because my pores are right here, and you can't see it. It doesn't really show texture right there, but on this side it does. Now, I did try this out for the first time today as well, because Tati here on YouTube, Tati Westbrook, she says that she absolutely loves it. Now, this is a very creamy formula. Very silicone-y, very creamy. I feel like it takes a minute to dry down and not be able to feel it. It's not greasy, but it definitely is a little bit tacky. And I definitely feel like I'm using a little bit more product with this than with the putty primer from e.l.f. But this doesn't claim to be a putty primer at all. It just claims to be a primer, but it's definitely very soft. I don't know if you can see, but like it picks up so much product, which I don't even feel like I need all this to just do my nose and then right here. But I do like it so far, but so far my favorite over these two would be the e.l.f. one. Next, this is the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer. This is brand new, and I have it on my eyes today. I have it on both my eyes. I absolutely, I'm not gonna say love, I really, really, really enjoy this so far. It's very full coverage, brightening, and it doesn't make you look crepey or cakey, and it's very moisturizing in a way, but it dries down matte. So this has a nice, I mean, I think the packaging's sleek. The one thing that it's a turn off is that it smells like paint thinner, but except, I mean, you're not gonna apply, so it shouldn't really bother you. But once it's on your face, you can't smell it. But this is in the shade Light Peach. Look how brightening that is. Oh, but it looks so good. I am in love with it so far. I'm gonna have to keep on trying it out, mix it with different concealer primers, foundations, and see how it goes, because sometimes some foundations and concealers don't go together. But so far I'm very much in love with that. Okay, this is the Rimmel London Maxi Blush. This is in the shade Sweet Cheeks. Oh, I love this shade. I have it on today. It looks super, this is a very natural blush. It's very creamy and buttery, and it's a buildable, I don't know if you can see, it's a buildable blush, which I really like. I like blushes that I can build up, so I can choose the intensity of how I want it on my face. So far I am really liking it, just because I like how natural it looks. It's not gonna pack a punch right away. It does, with my brush, it does pick up a lot of product, but I just tap off the excess and then everything's okay. Next, I'm probably gonna do a haul update, by the way, later in life. Next, this is I bought a lot of primers, guys. There's just so much new makeup at the drugstore that like I want to get it all and review it all for you guys, just because I love drugstore and I know what it's like not to be able to afford the high-end makeup. And you know what, just know that high-end makeup isn't all it's not it. It's not what it's not gonna make it all. Because it's high-end doesn't mean it's better than the drugstore, because there's some drugstore products that I am way more in love with it than at high-end, so just remember that. Okay, so this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Matte Primer Stick. I have it on my forehead and my chin today. I can't feel this on my skin whatsoever, so I have it right here. I just like really rubbed it. I can't feel it. It dries down so fast, and like I don't understand. I don't know what's in it that makes it like, I don't understand. Like it is so, it just disappear, make everything disappear. Like not disappear, but it mattifies, and I don't understand. It's just so, it makes everything matte, but it's not greasy and it's not oily. I mean, because you know, sometimes I feel like primer sticks can be too hydrating or moisturizing, that it doesn't set and then it gets tacky, and I don't like that. If you guys look in videos from like last year, I had 2 of them from Hard Candy, and they were actually pretty greasy. I liked them, but as I used them I just felt that they were greasy primers. But this, it like sinks in so fast and mattifies everything so fast that you forget you put it on. Cause like I put it on and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go rub it and blend it in. I'm like, wait, did I put anything there? So I went over it and I'm like, but hold on, it's gone. Like not like disappeared, but it's like sunk in already. So I'm like, this has me shook. So just know that. Next, this is the NYX Ultimate Edit palette. This is the warm neutrals. I bought this because I don't know, I felt like I needed another eyeshadow palette from the drugstore. I don't have many. Do I? I do have a lot of affordable, but it's not drugstore like where it's very easily accessed. Well, I guess Morphe is drugstore now because you can access Morphe pretty easily. But anyways, so I bought this because it was on a display and it was new. And there was other shades or other palettes, petite palettes, because this is the Ultimate Edit. And they have bigger ones, the bigger version. This is the baby version. And they have a mama version, which I think has 18 to 20 shades. Don't count me on that. But this comes with 6 shades, 4 mattes and 2 shimmers. Let me swatch them for you. Let me swatch. I have these on today. Let me... that first shade I just put on is more of a bone shade, so it like that. Wow, that was terrible swatching. So it blends into my skin. Oh wait, that. Yeah, okay. So it blends into my skin. But look at that, they're natural. Okay, I did really bad swatching this one. Nah, let me just put that there. Oh, that was a terrible swatch. Jesus Lord. Okay, so there we go. And they're really pigmented. I do think though that it's buildable and blendable. It doesn't pack a punch when you first put it on, which that's what I was looking for with this eyeshadow. Because NYX has pretty decent shadows, so I was thinking, oh, these are gonna like pack a punch right at the front. I'm gonna have to tap off a lot of excess, but that wasn't the case. So I feel like this palette is really good for beginners. It's very, I feel, where is it at? Because I feel like the Mad for Mattes palette, this is an all matte palette though, like this is a very much beginner palette. I agree with this one. If anything though, so I think so far I prefer, if anything, I would recommend you to go buy the Mad for Matte palette instead of this one. If you are on a price, limit, because this is $7, this is $10, this has 6 shades. I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This has 10 for $10, 6 for $7. It's kind of speaks for itself. They also have other ones. It's not just matte. It does have shimmer shades, and those are $10 as well. So you're definitely paying for what you're getting, and those ones are good as well. This, I feel like you're getting 6 shades, $7. They're more beginner friendly than if you are more experienced and you want to do glam. I feel like this is a very beginner look. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but if I can't do a cut crease with this because the shades are way too dark. There's not a nice range of light to dark. There's 2 very different shimmer shades, which I like, but it's just not, I don't know, it's just not worth it to me. And I believe the mama to this was $17, which I didn't feel like was worth it either, because the pans are actually smaller in the bigger one than it is in this one. So just saying, if anything, go for the e.l.f. ones. Those ones are way better, I think, so far. Okay, this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Loose Powder. I have the Photo Focus pressed powder, but the pressed powder doesn't have translucent. This is more face. I think this is more meant for your under eyes, to set under eyes, but I don't think I like it for my under eyes. I don't know, I'd have to keep on going and trying it. Maybe it's just this concealer that I have on, which is the e.l.f. one, because it's matte, but I felt like this really dried out my under eyes. It kind of dulled it out. It kind of took the brightness away. So it's actually dry and crepey under there, which I'm not a fan of. So I feel like I would have to try this with more moisturizing concealers, but it's not something I'd mix with the e.l.f. one. Unless this does it with all of them, I'm going to try it for the face and see what happens with the face. If not, then this is just going to be a dud. But so far, I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying it doesn't mix with the e.l.f. concealer because the e.l.f. concealer is very matte. Yes, it's moisturizing, but it's very matte. And you add another matte powder on top of it, you're going to most likely take the brightness that's there away. It's gonna dull, it's gonna become a dull color, and then you're gonna dry it out even more than it already is. So this is the e.l.f. blotting powder in the and I believe there's only one shade, which is translucent. It's a very creamy, buttery powder. It's definitely mattifying. I have it on my face. We can kind of use it again because I'm getting a little oily. I've had this on for a couple hours now. But I really like it. It doesn't make me look cakey. It doesn't make me look old, because I feel like some powders that are matte can make you look old, and I feel like this doesn't make me look old. So, and it doesn't accentuate anything. It doesn't make any fine lines look worse. So I really like it. For so far, again, I have to keep on trying it. I am very crooked right now. Again, I'm gonna have to keep on trying it, but so far I really enjoy it. Next, this is the number 7 bronzer in Golden Sand. I have this on today mixed with that one Wet n Wild bronzer that didn't work out because of the shade. I like it a lot. I feel like I can use this to bronze or contour because it's more of a satin finish instead of a matte or a luminous finish. It's a very buttery formula. I definitely do think it is buildable and blendable, because I did try out the Maybelline on my face, and I didn't know how pigmented it was going to be, and there was a streak, so I took this and I kind of blended it, and it looked really good after that. So I know that it's going to blend anything if it becomes streaky. Next, this is the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Foundation Stick. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what this looks like because this was hyped up on YouTube for a long time. This is in the shade F6, by the way. This is a very creamy and moisturizing foundation. And it's also, I feel like it's a medium to full coverage. It's definitely buildable. But I put it on my face, and I felt like I put quite a bit on my face today, and it looked really good. I was so surprised. I thought it was, honestly, I thought it was going to be cakey, and it was just going to look like a hot mess because of my skin. Since becoming pregnant, I've also mentioned this in other videos, my skin has gone from extremely oily to normal to combo skin. So I'll have a very oily T-zone, and the rest of my skin will actually be pretty dry for the most part. So I've been using oils at night to help replenish my skin with moisture, but sometimes that's not enough, which I thought was surprising because I've had oily skin throughout my whole life. But you know, you have your hormones, and there's this whole bunch of stuff going on when you're pregnant. So it has altered my skin type, and I don't know, after this, you know, this could be a permanent thing, or after I give birth, then it's gonna go back to being very oily. I'm not sure yet, but so far I'm loving the moisturizing foundations like my Wet n Wild one, and I'm really liking, just a mess, I'm really liking this Makeup Revolution one so far. Before I got pregnant, I was gonna don't mind me right here, I was gonna purchase the HD one. This needs to go in the trash. I was gonna purchase the HD one, not the HD, the mattifying foundation, but I'm like, now that I'm pregnant, I don't want to, because I feel like it's gonna make everything look gross and dry, and I don't want that. I want to look flawless and moisturized and beautiful. Okay, next. This is the Makeup Revolution highlighting palette in collaboration with Soph X. I bought this because Casey Holmes here on YouTube actually recommended it months ago last year, and it has this is a baked, yeah, 4 baked. There's 4 baked shades and 4 powdery shades. So these 3 and that one is baked, and these 3 and that one are powder. The powdered ones are actually very, oh, maybe that one's baked too. Hold on, let me swatch. I have to swatch now because okay, I lied. These 3, these are baked. These are baked, and these are powder. So the powdered ones are extremely buttery, and upon swatching them, they look very pigmented, but they're not blinding. And you guys know I like a blinding highlight. Now, I know swatching baked products, you're not going to get the actual payoff because, again, they're baked. So swatching these, I was not expecting much pigmentation. I was not expecting them to be, you know, the most extremely blinding things. So I was like, I was kind of down about it. And then I put them on my face. And I have this shade right here on my face. Where's my brush? I'll add a little bit more for you guys. Look how blinding that is. And I even tapped it off when I first put it on. Now I really just want to blind to the gods. So like, I'm blinding everybody with this. So this is blinding. But on this side of the face, before I put that baked one on, I had this shade. And I feel like it's very natural. It's not blinding that I like. I kind of want to add some of this purple. Oh! Ooh. Look how icy that looks, guys. It doesn't, I mean, it looks kind of like a streak right now. And I can blend that out with a sponge. But like, that is pigmented. I have not had a highlight like that in so long. Let me spray my face. Not had a highlight like this in so long, and it's blew my mind. I was shook. When you guys see the video, you will you will see how shook I was. I was shooketh to my core. So, like, look at that, guys. Holy shiz. Like, oh my god. Oh, it looks so good. And you know, now that I blended it out, it kind of blends with everything. Oh, it looks so good. It's just so beautiful. So I know I'm gonna love and get some good ass use out of this. Next, let me kind of put everything back in my bin because I'm gonna have to put it away. And right now it's like all over my table. Excuse you, brow pencil. Get your booty over here. We're almost done. This is the last thing. Okay, so I have these new liquid lipsticks that Wet n Wild released. They're new cats. They're cat suits from their cat suit line, but these are high shine. These are not mattifying whatsoever. Hence, what's on my lips. But I do have the Fenty Beauty lip gloss on top, just in the middle. No, it's all around, but I got that on top of it, just to add more gloss to it. But this is in the shade Cedar Later, which is the one I have on, and then I got Send Nudes. So, I know they're not going to dry down, I'm aware, which I'm okay with because lately I've been loving the glossy look and the shiny look, so, and I really like it. Now, Send Nudes is a little more sheer than Cedar Later. This is Send Nudes, but I'm still loving it because I can build it up and it's gonna look gorgeous. I had Send Nudes on in my try on first impressions video, and I was impressed because they're not sticky, they're not gritty either, because I feel like with some liquid lipsticks that don't dry down, they can be extremely sticky or drying, which I don't like. I don't like when it comes to my liquid lipstick formulas. You're either going to be matte or you're going to be a liquid, like basically a gloss, just a very high shine lipstick. Basically that's what you're going to be. There's no matte lipsticks. If you're drying, I'm not going to use it. So what I'm saying here is it's not drying, it's not sticky, it's not gritty, it's not weird feeling, it doesn't annoy me, it actually feels really creamy and good. So I definitely recommend those, especially because I've tried both shades. Now the nude one, there is one more nude shade before it, but that one's way too pale for me, so this is like the next nude that I could pull off, and it definitely looks really good. And I have a medium, light to medium skin tone. In the summertime I have a medium to tan skin tone, so because I can tan really easily. But anyways, I definitely recommend those. I think I'm going to go back for more shades. There was a red. I should have bought the red. I knew I should have bought the red, but I think I'm going to buy the red now that I know that I like the formula. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm out of breath. I need to clean up my mess. And oh, I forgot to mention this brush. I almost forgot this brush. I've been looking for the perfect bronzer brush forever, and there's Essence had one, but it wasn't at Ulta. Please just get your stuff there out when it needs to be out, please. That's all I ask. But anyways, this is by Real Techniques, by the way. I love how smooth it is, and it blends, it fits right there, it gets in, it's not too big for my forehead whatsoever, makes everything look smooth, and I can tap as much excess off as I want, and there'll still be product. It'll be just enough. So I feel like it just really it's really good at its job. I mean, it's a brush, so. But anyways, yeah, I like this brush a lot. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I cannot wait to keep on filming for you guys. My next video, I don't know what it's gonna be yet. Honestly, I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. I could definitely do a morning routine now that I'm pregnant, because my morning routine has changed quite a bit. I can do a Valentine's Day look. I might do one of those, maybe like a simple fresh Valentine's Day look. I can do anything you guys want. I have to get to thinking. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you guys enjoy this video, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you are notified every time that I upload and you guys do not miss out on any of my videos. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.